Y'all sitting around here, running around here with no faith. Talking about a virus. This ain't the first virus, and it won't be the last one. You gotta hold on to God's unchanging hand.
Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord.
So this woman, she says, you ain't got nothing to draw with. I'm constantly making excuses as to why this water that you say you want to give me that I really don't need. I'm talking my way out of the blessing. I'm talking my way back to what I'm familiar with. I'm talking my way back to my normalcy of life. I don't want nothing new. I just want to keep this old, broke down, dirty Oregon. I don't want nothing new. You ever seen people that's scared of anything new? Yeah. It's kind of like going to school and going into a new class. It's always difficult to be the new kid in the class.
Yeah, it is.
Because everybody else in the class already know each other. They're already friends. You the new kid on the block. You got to come in and make friends. And that's not always easy.
It's not.
And I understand that we get to a point in life where we're facing challenges that stretch our character and the person that we are. And that's not comfortable. Yeah. It's not easy to learn new things. It's not easy to if you've been doing it this way, to switch over this way.
Yeah.
Sometimes throughout time, we wanted to take our churches from a dimension of just being southern bred churches with black folk that came up from the south into being churches where we could be a multicultural group of people. But that's been a difficult transition for some of us. Some things that if your children say, Mom, why don't we try this? It would be very difficult for you to switch because you've been doing it for so long. I have been celebrating Christmas all my life until I found out some truths and the Holy Ghost started convicting me. Now I'm not into holidays like that. I'm just not with it. I got to be honest with you because I've learned something about paganism and about religion. I don't just come to church. I am the church.
We are the church. Amen. Amen. We the church.
This just didn't happen when I got up in front of you. I woke up like this.
Have mercy, Lord.
In my Beyonce voice. I woke up like this. So here, when I begin to understand some things, I begin to understand what was for me and what was not for me according to what I believe. If you really, really believe something, you're going to act on it. Nobody has to convince you. Nobody has to prime you.
Yes, Lord.
I do what I do with conviction.
Yes, Lord.
I do what I do for God with confidence.
Yes, Lord.
Because I'm sure about who I am and what I represent.
Thank you, Lord.
And if I got to stand all by myself, I'm all right.
Yes, Lord.
Because God is with me.
He is with me.
I can preach this and y'all say amen.
Thank you, Lord. Hallelujah. Thank you, Lord.
If you got to stand all by yourself, it should be all right.
Yes, Lord.
Because you're sure about who you are.
Yes, Lord.
It's insecurity that have us looking at other folk and other churches and other families. You watching her husband, watching his wife. You watching their money. You over here pocket watching. You too nosy. You'll never get yourself together. You got to look in the mirror. Stop looking out the window.
Yeah! Woo! Jesus. Yes, Lord. Jesus.
So the woman says, you ain't got nothing to draw with. But watch this.
Yes, come on now.
He says, whosoever drinketh of this water shall thirst again.
Yeah.
Verse 13. Because when you're depending on something that's not a godly source, you're going to need to go back again.
Go back. Yeah.
You're going to have to keep coming back.
Keep coming back.
And some folk, I know you got some people in your life, they like to be needy.
Yeah.
So they keep you in a position where you never really have it for yourself. But you got to constantly go back to them.
Yeah,
because
Lord.
they need the validation
Yeah,
of feeling special, I said.
Yeah.
Like there's somebody that they're not. But I'm going to tell you something. I do not want you to give me fish. I want you to tell me where to
get it. Oh, yeah.
I want you to tell me where to go get the bait
Yes, Lord.
from.
That's it.
I'm so glad God don't do us like people do.
Yeah.
I'm so glad that God does not have the attitude that we have towards one another.
Yeah.
Because if our faith depended on it, some of us would lose the faith if we had to depend on each other.
Yeah,
But I'm so glad this morning that my trust is built in nothing less than Jesus' blood
and righteousness.
I dare not trust. I'm ready to preach up in here. The sweetest frame, but wholly leaning on Jesus' name.
On Christ. On Christ.
That's why it's easy for me to tell folks, go ahead and go about your business now. It's easy for me to let people go. Ask my wife. It's easy for me to let things go. It's easy for me to walk away. Because none of this is invincible.
No.
All of y'all can be replaced.
Oh, yeah.
As far as I'm concerned,
Yeah, Lord.
I don't need you. Let me stop. Come on, let's go back to the word. Verse 14. But whosoever drinketh of the water that I shall give him shall never thirst. But the water that I shall give him shall be in him a well of water, springing up in him into everlasting life. There's something about having God down on the inside that doesn't allow you to have to depend on the world. Or people.
Yes, Lord.
Or places.
Yes, Lord.
That will eventually let you down anyway.
Anyway.
That's why I don't fool with people. People have the ability to disappoint me. People have the ability to hurt you. People have the ability to let you down. This is why God wants you to depend on Him. You're praying that God will remove them, but God is not going to remove them, and they're going to keep letting you down. They're going to keep on hurting you because you ain't got mercy enough yet for the water. I wish I had said that.
Yes, Jesus. Yes, Jesus.
You ain't got thirsty yet. And so this woman sitting here having this conversation with Jesus, she says here in verse 15, the woman saith unto him, Sir, give me the water, that I thirst not, neither come hither to this well to draw again. Jesus said unto her, Go call thy husband. Now this is where he begins to deal with the issues that are blocking the blessings. You got some issues in your life that's blocking God from blessing you. And I know it gets a little embarrassing for the church or for the pastor or for the Lord to reveal your issues. But if you keep hiding your issues, you'll never get your water. So he says, in retrospect, you ready for this water now? Are you ready for this?
Are you ready? Are you ready for this?
Requesting
Are you ready for
this?
this?
Drink. When I walked up here, the conversation was, you give me, but now you want me to give you. But before I give you this water, you're going to have to deal with your issues. Go get your husband. Go get your husband, because that's your problem. And the woman, for the sake of timing, the woman says, I don't have a husband. He says, listen, you done had 5 husbands. And the man you got right now ain't yours. What happens when God air out your mess? What happens when God reveal all of your secrets? All that stuff you got going on in your life that you think don't nobody know about but you. What about when God gets ready to uncover that mess? You don't see how thirsty you really are. Do you really want the water?
Do you really want the water?
Do you really want the deliverance? Do you really want God to do this thing in your life? Because here the woman makes up excuse after excuse. You don't miss your water until your well runs dry, when you can no longer depend on things that you've been depending on. And he says, go get your husband. Go get what it is that's your issue, and let's deal with it. Because that is what's blocking your water. How many want the living water this morning?
Oh, I do.
Stand on your feet if you want the water this morning. Now we're using the word water according to our text. But what we're really saying in retrospect is, God, I want whatever it is that you want to do in my life.
Yes.
I told you we're living in perilous times.
Yes.
There's going to be some things going with this government and in our world and in our community that's going to blow your mind. But if you really truly say, do not be surprised.
Don't be afraid.
Go
Don't be
back and read
afraid.
your Bible. We're headed for a day and time that we've never seen before.
Yes.
So don't be shaken and don't be stirred, but pray.
Pray.
Be vigilant.
Pray.
And God will continue to give you water that's going to sustain you where you ain't even got to go to the well no more.
Yes.
You ain't got to keep running to the same people. You ain't got to keep running to the same thing. And then you lose all of your other devices anyway. All of the alcohol, and you need a cigarette every now and then. And you may need to hit a joint just to keep your mind off. But you lose all of the desire for stuff when you really find Jesus.
Amen.
And that is what I encourage you with on this morning, my brothers. And
Yes, Lord.
you don't miss your water until your well run dry. Keep God first and pray my strength in the Lord.
Amen.
Come on, let's give God some praise.
Drink from the well.
Jesus. Come on, give God some praise up in here. Did not this man of God preach? Come on, y'all. Y'all have to say amen.
Amen.
Because this brother could have got